Hi guys, Obi Dave here.
Hello, I'm Ash.
Together we are Obi Dave and I am Ash.
And I'm also Dave's beard. I tried to be.
Shocking behaviour. If you could see what she was just doing to me off camera. Hopefully I remember to edit it out.
I know. Can you imagine?
Otherwise we'll get in trouble on this YouTube channel as well as over at the Office Blokes.
Well, it's also, like I said, a few people from work have come across our videos, I think. Oh, they think I'm weird anyway.
That's what the real issue was at the Office Blokes. That's why we're being vague about it. It was Mike and Daz kind of like... and accidentally Max left some of it in one of the videos and, you know...
Was Gaynor really upset?
I'm not commenting further. I'm not saying anything else. You may notice a little edit there. Ash just got a little bit frisky. She tickled my beard.
I was trying to be his beard.
I just had to put a cut in there. It got weird.
But you could have like the most amazing beard. Look, doesn't he look cool? Sorry, I know I'm being weird.
It's all right. It's fine. Ash treated me to some beautiful Mexican food before, so you can be as weird as you like. My belly is full.
Yes.
I have a beer, which I have not been drinking a lot lately.
No.
Really, so it's a bit of a treat.
No. Been saving yourself for Christmas. I'm getting lots of alcohol Christmas.
Yarp. Right then, we were just talking about Dave Chappelle. Ash has seen some Chappelle show skits.
Yes.
Not really any of the stand-up.
No.
From what I gather.
No.
And obviously over at the Office Blokes, we've watched so much Chappelle show and Dave Chappelle stand-up. Apparently, he's either just filmed or is about to film a new special.
Really?
Not Chappelle show.
No,
stand-up.
a stand-up. Didn't he like turn up somewhere and just like started doing stand-up at some random little...
That's what he does. He's done it.
Really?
At one point, it'd be in, I think, in New York, in Times Square.
No.
Or somewhere, and just go and stand up and just do stand-up outside. For
That's so cool. He's such a dude.
He's a unique character, that's for sure. But he's
so cool.
A lot of people say the best comedian of all time.
Well...
He's up there. Without a doubt, he's up there.
Well, see, I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, so I can't really comment.
Right, well, let's check it out. Dave Chappelle, why terrorists won't take black people as a hostage.
Okay.
I'm serious. It's one time racism saved my life, man. I was on a plane. I was coming from overseas, and I don't know how this guy got a machine gun on the plane, but he stood up, man. He said, "Everybody, get on the fucking ground! Nobody look at my face!" I started freaking out. Because he was Chinese, I was like, why is he talking like that? I was screaming and crying. I was the only brother on the plane. Well, I thought I was the only brother. I looked over, there was one other black dude. He was from Nigeria. I looked over at him, he was looking right in my face, man. He didn't say two words to me, he just looked at me, he was like... He didn't need to talk, I knew just what he was talking about. I looked right back at him, I was like... Some white dudes on the front of the plane seen us, they were like, oh my God. I think those black guys are gonna try to save us. We were just communicating that we understood the situation. We were both seeing the same thing. What we understood was simple. Terrorists don't take black hostages. That's the truth. I have yet to see one of us on the news reading a hostage letter and shit. They is treating us good. We all chilling and shit. I'd like to give a shout out to Ray Ray and Big Steve and send some Newport.
That guy in the shirt is so proud of that comment, and you see him standing up like, yeah, they don't take black guys as hostages.
we sort of talked about it loads over at the Office Blokes. And like, there was an era of comedy where it seemed like white comedy went quite safe.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are trying to get the sitcoms, you know, and they're wearing the blazer and the shirt on stage, and they're like, you know, like it was quite tame comedy, but at that same time, in parallel, black comedy and black crowds and stuff just got wilder and wilder. And it's like you can say anything, the crowd are just going crazy.
Yeah.
And then when Bill Burr started coming up, there's footage of him playing to black crowds.
Nice.
And it's like Ginger Bill Burr as white as it gets, like trying to win over like very tough crowds, but when they're on your side.
Sick.
But it's like comedy, sort of, the comedy I like developed so much more. It seems like I'm no expert, but in the sort of black comedy space.
Well, yeah, because they like you're saying, like obviously it was from really, really tame stuff and no real sort of cutting jokes to suddenly they're being completely blunt about like race and things like that, which is it's funny. This is why, like, the few things I have seen of Dave Chappelle, he's always made me proper cackle.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So he's so brilliant with his humour.
You're not gonna see it. Terrorists are smart. They know what they're doing there. You know, they terrorists. They know black people's bad bargaining chips. They called the White House. Hello, we have got 5 black. Hello. You'd be back in D.C. You know, I was thinking, man, this is an election year. I'm gonna ask you, you're a white guy, do you know who you're voting for yet? Don't know, do you? Now you see that? You see what just happened here? Let me tell you something. That is a cultural thing. He knows who he's gonna vote for. He's just not gonna tell me. See? I've noticed that. That is a cultural thing. White people do not like to talk about their political affiliations. It's a secret. You ever ask a white guy who's voting for you? Hey, Bob, who are you gonna vote for? Dave, whoa. Take it easy now. Take it easy. So anyway, I was fucking my wife in her ass, right? And I mean, it was something else. Yeah, but who are you voting for? Dave, come on with the voting. I'm trying to tell you about fucking my wife, you're asking me all these personal questions. They don't like to divulge that information because it matters to them. Black people talk about that shit. Black people will openly talk about politics. Black people will openly talk about beating up politicians and shit. If I see George Bush, I'll kick his motherfucking ass for cutting my Medicaid. Black people just say it. But there's a reason for that. It matters more for them. It matters more. Black people see even when I vote, right? Which I don't. But even when I like think about like who I would vote for, right? I don't even look at their political policies. I just look at their character. You know what I'm saying now? You gotta read, no, I'm serious. You gotta read between the lines. Like, you know, you look at Clinton, and black people like Clinton, because we've seen him on the campaign. I saw one thing on the campaign trail. He actually just picked a black baby up and kissed him. Come here, little nigger baby. Mwah! I just kissed him. I said, I like that. He did not hesitate or nothing. You see George Bush Jr., he be there, ugh. Like, see, I'd never vote for George Bush Jr., but I don't know George Bush Jr.'s politics. The only thing I know about George Bush Jr. is that guy sniffed cocaine. That's right. Now listen, we cannot have that shit in the White House. That might be fine for a mayor, but goddamn it, not in the White House. Not in the White House. You know what I'm saying? The stakes are...
Sorry, excuse me.
It's like they found cocaine in the White House, haven't they?
Have they really?
Yeah, traces of cocaine. I think from like toilet stalls and things, and they have in the Houses of Parliament in the UK, Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, but
they're all at it.
But you say that, but didn't they test the water in London and say like 20% of it was cocaine?
No, it's a very small percentage, but there's trace amounts of cocaine in
or
it.
Or the number of like £20 notes
banknotes
banknotes in the UK. It's like, come on, people.
No one can afford it nowadays.
No, I know.
It's all spice
I
instead.
know. No, it was all turned into balloons and then they made that illegal.
In the White House. Can't have no cokehead president. He be selling nuclear secrets for $20, $30 and shit. He'll be in meetings embarrassing America. Come on. Sign the treaty, baby. I suck your dick like Mr. Arrested.
Like I'm vibrant the crowd is.
Yeah. It's like black audiences versus white audiences at a point.
Oh yeah,
which
white.
is,
Ew.
like
ew.
we reacted to quite a lot of Def Comedy Jam, which is like a black comedy night, and the crowd is just wild. People are just going mad.
But this is it. This is why, like, it's the same. You know, when we went to see that stand-up comic, and he asked if anyone had been to an African church, and like, there's drunk me in the back, and yeah. And then he explained like the difference between like going to a white British church and it's all like really death and singing, and then you go to like an African church and they are loud and vibrant and happy. And it was how I grew up in church. Obviously, it's just proper singing loud, proper dancing, proper clapping. Yeah, it's much more vibrant than us like very stoic white people.
Mr. President, that is not how we do business here, sir. Stop sucking the ambassador's dick. No, let them finish. I will sign the treaty. There will be peace in Israel finally. I'd vote for Clinton again if I could. At least it's always better.
How old is this kid?
Now again, I'm not looking at his politics. Don't know what his politics are. I'm just looking at his behavior. I understand that kind of behavior. I know a lot of dudes with them shortcomings. Weed smoking fornicators. There's a lot of them. I mean, come on now. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Bill Clinton was not the first president to do what he did. Now let's think back for a minute. Remember a guy named Kennedy? John F. Kennedy? Remember him? He fucked Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, him and his brother Bobby fucked Marilyn Monroe. And history doesn't talk about that much. You know why history doesn't talk about that much? Because those 2 pages in history are stuck together. They was getting it on. They were getting it on. I seen the tapes. Remember the tapes she'd be singing on there? She'd just party, stressing them out. Happy birthday.
I literally just started singing that.
Mr. President. Bitch, my family's here.
They say that's why she went off the rails a bit, because he sort of said enough, didn't he, or something?
Clinton did the same thing.
Anyway, I think.
But he didn't do it like that. Because it's the year 2000, he's busier than Kennedy was. He was a busy man. Clinton did that kind of thing the way busy men do it. You know what busy men do? They fuck who's close to them. I can tell that's what Clinton was up to. Look like he just stuck his head out the office door and shit. Oh boy. You, come here. I made my penis suck for my 3:30, come on. Oh boy. He's probably looking at Kennedy's picture and shit. Oh. And then to top it off,
What the?
That's it.
Is that? Nah.
That's the bit. We're not doing the full special now.
Ah.
So I know there's plenty. Oh, the dude's playing now. There is plenty more to come. Don't you worry.
Nah.
I know, but isn't it best to finish a video wanting more?
Yes. He's so good. He's so funny, and the pages stuck together.
I know.
And I like, do you know what? That's how we should be looking at politics. Is not what they're going to do, because they're never in office long enough to make these changes. Even in workplaces, we're not around long enough to make the changes that you want to make. We should be looking at their characters and their behaviour.
That's identity politics, it's called, though, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's like, I believe that person's an upstanding citizen and they do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I would only ever vote for someone that I liked as well as like their policies. Not that I vote either, really. But
You don't?
no, I voted once.
See, I suppose like it's such a privilege when I think about it, because back home we were obviously heavily dominated and weren't really allowed to vote. And you were just sort of, intimidated. Like, you were allowed to vote, but they made it very, very difficult and very unsafe for you to vote. So the idea that I can vote is wonderful. But when I vote, I tend to read the manifestos of obviously the parties that are in the lead
Boring.
and just find who I think fits the country at the time.
So who do you vote for?
Whoever
Don't
fits the
say it.
country. No, whoever fits the
Don't
country
say
at
it.
the time.
You're a white person, you're not allowed to say who you vote for.
Oh.
That's literally the joke.
Oh, yeah. That went straight over my head.
Yeah, I thought so. So, absolutely more Dave Chappelle
Yes.
over here.
Yes.
There's certain things that I'm really enjoying showing, Ash, that we did over the Office Blokes years ago. Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Key and Peele. There's going to be Chappelle show. There's going to be some absolute classics. So, comment below what you want to see.
I know. Please do, because I want to see the rest of that.
There's loads of Dave Chappelle to do. And he just gets better and better the more you do. And then we can move on to Cat Williams when I think that Ash is finally ready for Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, the guy with the dreads. I feel like I've seen, you show me something, but I can't remember.
We'll find out when we come to react to it. Maybe
Yeah.
you would have watched an Office Blokes reaction ages ago or
I feel
something.
like it's the guy with the dreads. Does he have dreads?
I'm not saying anything. Not saying anything. Right. Cheers for that one, guys. We will see you all soon.
Bye, guys.